Hey everyone, this is Topher James, and today I am going to rank all the current courses in Golf Plus, all 18 of them. But I'm going to rank them to what I think is the worst and what I think is the best. And we're going to start off with Yale. The course at Yale is arguably the most beautiful course in the game. And funny enough, it's the course that I scored or I won my first weekly before I switched over to the Golf Plus Tour. But I really don't like this course. Other than playing on easy pins, it is a very technical course. It's very difficult course with some of the pin locations. There's a lot of elevation changes, but most of all, I don't like it because there's only two par fives, and they're at the very end. And that last one is actually a true par five. That hole is very difficult. Yeah, I'm gonna start off the list with my 18th pick being Yale. And after every course that I talk about, I'm going to mention my best score from the tips on Pro Greens. And my best score at Yale so far is -10. And number 17, I'm going to choose the Cliffs course. Cliffs. Basically, it is their pioneer course, and I understand how much the Golf Plus developers love this course. But this course, outside the easy pins, once again, is a very annoying course. The greens, the contour lines, the all that is ridiculous, as well as some of the holes itself is pretty. It's just not enjoyable. There's a lot of different things to it. I don't think it's fun to compete on. It is fun just to play around with friends and just joke around and probably shoot some low scores. But mainly it's the greens itself with the contour lines that are just ridiculous. And hopefully if they remaster the greens on this course, then it would be an awesome course. But for right now, it's at number 17 on my list, second to the bottom. My best score at this course would be -13. At 16, I will choose Pinehurst course number 2. This is definitely basically because even though this course has a rich history and a lot of great actual PGA Tour moments in it, this course is just ridiculously hard. I've never been a fan of Turtlehead greens, even in real life. And now that so many years ago they removed the rough and replaced it with the waste areas, it is a ridiculously hard course. But the best part of it is the Payne Stewart statue. It is probably the best course, one of the best courses to play a championship event on. I do believe the U.S. Open for 2024 is here, so that's going to be fun to play on. But overall, I don't play the course that often. It is very difficult. It is pretty though. I will give them that. My best score on this course is a -11. Number 15 on my list will be the fictional course of Castle Links. It is a great style links course. I wish they would add more link style courses in the game, more realistic courses from other countries outside the United States. But ranking it number 15 basically because of how difficult the course is. And again, just like Cliffs, the greens with the lines is just ridiculous. It is hard to really compete on. It is challenging. I do enjoy it, but I don't play it that often because of the challenge of the greens itself. But a lot of times it kind of turns into a guilty pleasure. It's a beautiful course. It's very simple, and I do like that. But compared to the rest of the courses in the game, it is number 15 on my list. My best score on this course is -11. Number 14 on my list is maybe a surprise to most. It will be Bay Hill, just recently added. We just had the Arnold Palmer Invitational, and it is a great update to current courses. The fringe that's been added, the first cut rough that's been added, and overall, it's a great looking course. But the playability for me is the issue. The course itself, it I don't know how to say it. It's maybe a cookie cutter course. I guess there's a lot of holes that are just the same, and it's very annoying to me. Two of the par fives are the same. Two par fours that are dogleg lefts are on the water. The par threes, you can't really vary off of par threes that much, but it's all the same. And I enjoyed playing it, but it gets boring for me very quickly, just because there isn't any wow moments. The par five around the water will probably be the biggest wow moment for me on this course. In hole 18, thinking about all the actual PGA event memories that's there. But other than that, yeah, I'm not that fan of a course. I do hope that they add the fringe and the first cut to all the courses. But yeah, number 14 on my list is currently Bay Hill, and my best score at this course is a negative 13. Number 13 on my list is going to be Wolf Creek. That's going to probably conflict with a lot of other people, but I think Wolf Creek, from a competitive standpoint, is not a good course to compete on. I honestly don't like taking this course serious. It's only something to play around with and have fun with, especially from the front tees. This course, especially since I'm a big pro greens person, is very difficult at times, but sometimes it can be too easy because a lot of the pin locations, the ball just funnels towards the hole. Another thing is the reputation for Wolf Creek is that it is a handicap chasers course. A lot of people who just want to boost their handicap will come here for back hard high on pro, and then they'll just play it over and over again. Frankly, I don't understand that. I like a variety, but whatever works for you. But yeah, this course is definitely number 13 on my list. It is a very pretty course. The rocks going from V1 physics to V2 physics has been the biggest change. But I don't think it's that difficult of a course. It's not fun to compete on. But yeah, that's going to be on my list at number 13. And my best score from the back tees on pro greens will be a negative 15. Number 12 on my list is Riviera Golf Club or Country Club. I'm not exactly sure, but Riviera is definitely number 12 on my list because even though it's a relatively new course and it's another event that I've won, I'm not a big fan of the course, mainly because the lines on some of these greens are a little, I don't know what it would be, but it breaks the putt a lot more than some of the lines should, and a lot of the lines are diagonal instead of just kind of flowing. So it makes the putting on here very difficult. There's no water on the course, which I didn't think I'd miss water, but I do. So it feels like you can't really do anything bad on this course. And then another thing with this course itself is that the two par fives on the back nine is just the par fives. I don't know how I feel about it, but it's not enough to really get me excited about this course. Number one hole should be a par four. The two par fives on the back nine are definitely the most difficult. That par three that's like 220 to 240 yards long, is annoying, but overall, it's nothing better than some of the other courses. So I'm going to put it definitely number 12 on my list. However, my best score on this course is negative 11. Number 11 on my list will be Olympia Fields. And I actually think this course might be the best championship course in the game. It is definitely very challenging. There's a lot of different holes that will push me to save a par, and there's other holes that I think I can get up and down for birdie. So I like the variety. That par three, 280, 90 yard par three, that gets a little old pretty quick. Then there's only two par fives on the course, one on the front nine and one on the back nine. So it's very difficult. It's not really fun. But anytime there's a Golf Plus Tour weekly, I get excited because it's something that's going to really push me to play my best. But other than that, Olympia Fields, I feel very neutral about it. There's nothing great or bad about it, other than being a good championship course. But my best score on this course is a negative 8. Getting into my top 10, at number 10 will be my guilty pleasure course, Alpine. It is a fictional course, but it is A lot of fun. There's a lot of great things about the course. There's a lot of scoring opportunities. There's a lot of very challenged holes. Many of the holes are straight and up and down, so that gets a little boring. But the par fives are pretty fun. The only thing with Alpine is, you know, it's something that I think can be revamped. It could be little more challenging, a little more interesting around the greens. Uh, it's not taken seriously because it is a fictional course, but overall, like I said, it's my guilty pleasure. It's a lot of fun to go back and play just for some variety. But definitely number 10 on my list compared to other courses. My best score here currently is a negative 11. Number 9 on my list, breaking the halfway point of all 18 courses, will be Kapalua. Kapalua, I think, is a great difference. It's a course that's very different from all the other courses in the game. Obviously, we all know there's a lot of elevation changes. There's some of the holes, like the hole 18, where you can drive the ball 400 yards. It's a par 73, which is a little bit different. It's only got 3 par 3s. Still has 4 par 5s, and it's some of the hole placements, especially on hole 4, is kind of ridiculous. But every hole is a different feeling. There's some holes that I can be aggressive. There's some holes that I have to be safe. And the back nine, I think, is a lot easier than the front nine. But overall, it's a fun course. It's definitely one of those, hey, I'm down for something different courses. So I like to come here and play. But number 9 on my list, and my best round is a negative 13. Number 8 on my list is East Lake Golf Club. And this course, I've always had a strange addiction to, and I have no idea why, because it is a very difficult course, but there's a lot of variety to it. And I love to compete on this course. I really love that the FedEx Cup ended on Eastlake, and I think it just has good memories for me. But the first 2 holes, it really gets you tested right out the gate, and then throughout the rest of the course, there are some easy, some bad. There are only 2 par 5s, which usually goes against my. I like 4 par 5s, or at least 3. So that is a complaint of mine. But overall, I love to compete here. It is very challenging. If you do great, then you're rewarded. If you play poorly, then you are punished for it. And I really like that in a golf course. But sitting at number 8, my best score here is a negative 9. Number 7 on my list is the old course at St. Andrews. And I love this course mainly because of all the old Tiger Woods games playing on Xbox, and always going to St. Andrews and trying to see how low of a score I can get. Plus, playing in VR with the super large greens, and they're hard greens. It's again a good variety. There are only 2 par 5s, but it's the old course of St. Andrews. There's so much history here. It's too much fun to ignore it, and I really hope that they fix that pin location on that par 3 on the back nine, because that is just ridiculous. But it's a lot of fun for me, especially knowing that the easy pins favors, it gives you a good opportunity to work on your putting because there's not a lot of breaks in it. So I do really enjoy that. And there's so much large areas to it with the fairways. There's just a lot of great things about it. Plus, the buildings, everything is so pretty, so enjoyable. The first time I got on the first tee, I just had to look around for a bit and really try to put myself at this course. Definitely one of 3 courses that I'd love to visit in real life. But yeah, my best score at this course is negative 13. Number 6 on my list will be one of the it will be one of the 3 TPC courses. It's TPC Scottsdale. This course, so much fun. When it first came out, I played this course over and over again. I really enjoy it. It's very challenging. It's very rewarding. It's a very technical course, especially off the tee with how the fairway bunkers are lined up. The greens aren't too difficult compared to other ones where it's easier to read the breaks and to hit your approach shots. Well, it does only have 3 par 5s, which is okay because the stretch of hole 13 through 17 has a lot of great scoring opportunities to really be aggressive. It really challenges me mentally. And then you have of course, the hole 16, the stadium hole, which hopefully they bring back Beat the Pro. Hopefully they get a little more animations or some booze or anything like that. But always playing here is fun to really put yourself in that environment. But I do love this course, and my best score at this course and my best score ever is a negative 17. Finally, getting to my top 5 courses. My number 5 course will definitely be definitely my guilty pleasure. I really love this course. Number 5 is Valhalla, and it's a very beautiful course. It's a very challenging course. I'm super excited that the PGA Championship is going to be held here this year, so we can get a chance to compete on that. Hopefully, they'll align the settings like the pros. But there's so much great things about this course. Some of the holes are super scoreable. Some of the holes I just cringe and hope to survive with the par. And it's a fun course, especially with hole 18, going through the back nine, and you get that stretch of what was it, 4 holes, like 13 through 14 through 17. I don't know. There's a good stretch on the back nine that's very difficult, but then you're rewarded or at least challenged to having a scoring opportunity on a hole 18. It's definitely enjoy playing this course. It's a lot of fun. But my best score here at Valhalla is a negative 13. Number 4 on my list is Kiawah. Kiawah is just an amazing course. I love playing it. The greens roll so nicely. The greens are firm, so it's very challenging as far as long irons and mid irons. But it's so receptive with the approach shots, with the wedges. The course layout itself, obviously, there's much sand in this course, so it's very challenging in that to make sure that you don't go into sand or the deep rough or in the waist. But many different elements for the Kiawah is just that there's some scoring opportunities. There's some that par 3 on the back nine, that 200 some yarder. I can't remember what hole that is. But that's definitely the most challenging hole on this course. All the par 5s, unless there's wind assistance or you're really able to hit far, you can't reach them with irons on your second shot. So I really appreciate that challenge. And then the water on the back nine, it's really hard to block your mind out from that. So overall, it's a great course. I really enjoy playing it. It's a lot of fun. But my best score here is a negative 13. Number 3 on my list is TPC Southwind. This course I'm a 2-time winner at in the Golf Plus Weeklies. It is such a technical course, and I enjoy it so much. The greens are so enjoyable to putt. There's only 3 par 5s, but those par 5s themselves are pretty difficult, especially number 2, and then the only one on the back nine, which is 16, I believe. So those are challenging par 5. So you really feel rewarded when you do well at TPC Southwind. But it's, like I said, it's a very technical course. I enjoy having to make every shot worth it. I enjoy how the rough is just a hair thicker than others, so it's pretty challenging if you find yourself in the rough. And the par 3s are awesome. I really enjoy the par 3s. And overall, yeah, this is definitely one of my favorite courses in the game. I own most of the records from the back tees. Actually, I think I own all the records from the back tees, including the high ones. Anyway, so my best score here is a negative 12. Number 2 on my list, my second favorite course in the game is TPC Sawgrass, and it's Thursday. The first round of the players is going on, so hopefully you're watching and enjoying it. But TPC Sawgrass will always have a special place for me because when I played Tiger Woods video games and all the old golf video games, I love TPC Sawgrass. It was so much fun. I don't understand why, because it is a very difficult course in most areas. Hole 16, 16, 17, 18 is probably one of the best 3 holes in the world outside of Amen Corner. And TPC Sawgrass, the layout, it's colorful. The lighting in the game could probably be a little bit different to really make the game pop. But I love competing here. I'm excited to play this week's event, and so many great things about this course. The only thing that I don't like about the course and other courses is these little characters right here. They're kind of creepy. They when the course got released, they were actually on the ground in the gallery, so I'm glad that got removed. But number 2 favorite course in the game, TPC Sawgrass. My best score here so far is a -14. And we finally got to my number 1 favorite course in Golf Plus. It is the iconic, the beautiful, the course that I just want to walk on and feel the fairways. It is Pebble Beach. This course, I would literally drive in the car and go to San Francisco Bay right now if I could afford it. But this course is just so amazing. It has so much history to it. It is so beautiful. I love playing this course all the time. It has 4 par 5s. It's very competitive. Some holes are easy, some holes are ridiculously hard. It is just a roller coaster of a round. And yeah, I love this course. And I love going back and watching old, like, what was it? The Pro-Am was recently. I enjoyed watching that. I enjoy watching Tiger Woods' old videos playing on this course and his shot on 6 from the fairway, the rough. I apologize. And just so many great things. Hole 1, that hard pin placement sucks so bad, but hey, we deal with it. And then that was it, the first par 5 on the back 9. You know, it's just great all around. I love this course so much, and this was actually the first course. Well, okay, so this course got released in December 2022. I didn't start playing this game until I saw this course got released for the game, and so I got the game, I jumped on it and played this course, fell in love with the game, and 15 months later, you know, I'm still here. 1,500 rounds later, still here playing the game. And so thank you, Pebble Beach, for, you know, thank you to the devs for creating Pebble Beach and getting me to play this game. But yeah, my best round at Pebble Beach so far is a -14. But that's my list of the current 18 courses. You know, it's 2024, and I think they've only released 3 courses, 3 out of the 15 courses. So maybe later on this year in December, I'll make another one. But I'm sure it'll still be mostly the same with Sawgrass and Pebble Beach being on top of the list. But if you enjoy the video, you don't have to like or subscribe. I'm not a content creator. I'm just sharing my thoughts. But I do suggest you go in the comments and tell me where I'm right and tell me where I'm wrong. And you can argue with me about Bay Hill and Wolf Creek and you know, other courses. Or I know a lot of people don't like Pebble Beach. So that's where we have different opinions. But if you watch this whole video, I appreciate it, and have a good one.